Yes, people, welcome back to AFTV. I thought it's Tuesday. It's Wednesday. It's our new slot. It's myself and Curtis. Yes, on Wednesday, 7 p.m. live. We're here to discuss some things. Now, not a massive show plan because you don't really need to plan too much for this one because a lot of things are happening right now at Arsenal. Listen, we're gonna have an old school chinwag for the people and the fans that aren't from the UK. Old school classic English chinwag about what's happening right now is we're gonna have a conversation. Yeah, a real conversation about what's happening. I've got some guests joining us later just to see where they're at because you see me right now. You saw the group chat. I went in the loft. I was looking at the shirt. I saw the table shirt. I said, "Merry Christmas, you filthy hands." I see that. I said, "Yeah." We're close to that. We're close to shameless Cecil walking onto every one of these lives and saying, This is our year. I'm at the stage now. I'm already there. I know we're winning a trophy. I could get egg in my face. Of course I can. We may not. But I'm at the stage where I always have this moment in the season where you hold back. I saw Robbie on Sky. He done it really well. Dharmesh tried to say to him, Robbie, could this be an historical year? He said, whoa, Dharmesh, one game at a time, not multiple trophies, one trophy at a time, one game at a time. That's a sensible thing. I'm not a sensible man. Yeah, I want to enjoy because I don't like waiting and then not that you miss the moment, but like you because of the fans saying calm down, slow down, you don't get to enjoy the journey. I'm gonna enjoy the journey, so I'm starting from today. I'm stating my claim. Yeah, we're doing big things this season. I'm gonna say I'm gonna stick at one trophy, cool, but you're gonna see me in a lot of videos be very shameless. You'll see me wearing the red tinted glasses nowadays. I'm gonna enjoy it. I back this team to the nth degree, to the fullest. I'm fully committed. I'm fully in. Whatever they're selling, I am buying.
Shameless. I want to ask you a question. Since you're being shameless, right?
I'm in.
What are we winning?
I'm recruiting. I'm going to start recruiting. But you need to. We're gonna talk because I'm going to start
recruiting. We'll talk. But listen, you're saying shameless chess. We're winning.
Yep.
But saying we're winning is kind of, you're walking around the house. What do you think we're winning?
Right,
is the question.
Carabao Cup. I'm thinking right now it's in the back. We're not even in the final yet. We're in the semis. We're halfway to Wembley. Yeah, there's a lot to do. But I think cool. That one's all right. I think we're winning more than one trophy this season. Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm very excited, as you can tell. Right, I'm saying not even believing these things. I think fans are starting to believe. I think that everyone keeps stating and keeps seeing it going around on social media. Yeah, we're top of the Premier League, 7 points clear. Cool. Champions League, we're top of the Champions League. Halfway into the final for the semi-finals. Well, halfway to the final of the Carabao Cup. Then they say, obviously, FA Cup. You never know what's going to happen. But I'm like, what more do you need, Curtis? What more? When I said Arteta's a genius, he said slow down. I said, what more? He's winning games. You heard Thierry on the weekend or this week say he's winning games. He's winning. This is what we wanted. What more do you need to be like, Cecil, you know what? I'm there with you. Come on. Let's do some dances. Let's do some of this stuff.
Look at this guy. Listen, do you know what it is? Yeah, I'm in the same mood as everyone right now, right? I am. Okay, I finished the stream last night. I sat there. I went, we might win more than one trophy, but when you said Arteta's a genius, right? Big up hand of Arsenal, man.
Big up hand of Arsenal every time.
When you call somebody a genius, it's usually because they've invented something or they've done something incredible. You're a genius. You made the Hoover. You're a genius. You invented cars. Yeah. At the moment, Arteta's got ideas, but we haven't seen the final product yet. So I don't call you a genius.
Are you not seeing though? Are you not seeing that end tunnel?
It's in production, but we need to test it. We're nearly there, but we're not there, bro. Because 22-23, 8 points, we thought we were there. 23-24, we thought we were there.
That's fair.
I'm fully there with you. Like in my head, I'm seeing what everyone else is seeing. I'm saying, this has got to be our year. City on at their best, Liverpool on. Champions League's wide open. Our defense is brilliant. Our attack's starting to improve. Players coming back from injury. Everything says this should be Arsenal's year. We should be doing a team photo next year with probably a couple trophies, not just win the dog standing in front of Arteta. But I'm telling you now, bro, I honestly still think we're still too far away. You're doing the Usain Bolt celebration at 50 meters, bro. You know what I mean? If we
Brother,
don't Man United this weekend, we will be going 4 points. City have just beat Wolves. Listen, I don't believe that will happen, but enjoy what's happening. Everybody,
enjoy it.
what's happening. But I'm not planning things yet. But I hear you. I hear you.
But do you hear me? Do you really hear me
Fully
loud? Like,
hear you.
I feel like PTSD has us all, and we all and listen. I'm being shameless right now because I'm excited. I was almost like I was at this at Nottingham Forest before the game saying, we get this 9-point gap. You don't want to see me in the street. You don't want to see me. Then we drew. Then I said, this club is trying to make everything so hard. But then we drew and I said, you know what? All right, I can't want to breathe. Then we go away and we go to Champions League. And I look and I say, 7 wins, Curtis. He could do a record. He could do the record, yeah, in this new format. 8 wins out of 8 wins. That's going to be hard to beat going forward. And I'm thinking, he's amazing. I'm one of those, brother, I can't help getting emotional. I can't help it. I really can't. I feel like, because I understand being a calm fan, but I like to live in the moment of things. I'm hearing Robbie. I'm hearing all fans. I hear Robbie say, I don't see City doing what they did 2 seasons ago, and I'm like, I hear it. 2 seasons ago they went on a mad run. Last season they couldn't put it together. I'm watching them at Bodo Glimt, and I'm thinking, brother, Bodo Glimt. By the way, I was there. I watched us play against them. It can be tough. Yeah, I understand that, but I'm looking at City thinking, nah, man, nah. And I'm looking at Villa dropping points to Everton. I'm thinking, and I get to a stage where 22-23 season, you made the perfect example. We were home. I thought we was home dry. A lot of people would say we're home dry. 248 days on top of the title, right? People laughed at me. Christmas talk. I hear it, but I'm actually looking at the team thinking, how did you let this slip? Granted, we had injuries into slip, and that changed everything. But I'm saying that's the reason you let it slip. I don't see that happening this season. So if I feel this way, why should I just hold back?
Do you know the thing, bro? Do you know the thing? I don't even want you to hold back. I love the fact that you're this excited.
Thank you.
And why shouldn't you be, bro? Because football is an emotional sport. Like you said, you left Forest on Saturday and you're thinking, raw. And then you've gone all the way to Italy and seen that. And you've come back and you're thinking, I believe in it.
Quickly, I come home to my daughter and I said, you were born. I'm grabbing her. I'm holding her saying, babes, this could be an amazing year. And you're here to
and you're going to witness it.
I'm saying this because of you. I'm going mad.
You're a lucky charm. You're the lucky charm. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I swear. Any Arsenal fan that is where you are right now, like, go with it. Run with it. It's just me, people, yeah.
Okay.
I've got this protective shield around me when it comes to Arsenal. I have. And until we're really there, like I said the other day on my stream, I said, I probably won't enjoy this season until I see Odegaard lifting the trophy.
Does that not feel too late, though? Does that not feel?
It's not. It's not for me, because then I know it's certain. Do you know what I mean? I know it's certain. So I get it, because I think what people are saying is we're having a great season. If you hold back your emotional season until we win it, you haven't really truly enjoyed the season, because you're constantly trying to downplay it. And I get that. We do have to try and find enjoyment. But it's just, do you know the difference this year? And I'll tell you this, right? I'll be a little bit more, open with the discussion. Even in 22-23 and 23, look, imagine trying to reel me in.
Come on.
22-23, 23-24. Even though we were great, I still felt like Man City were better than us both of them seasons. Like, I felt like we were holding them off, but they were coming for the trophy. Do you know what I mean? I felt like they were better. This is the first year I've looked at them and thought, no, I think we're actually better than them. Like, I don't think we're running, going, keep them away from us. I think we're just running away from them, and Pep's trying to catch us. Like, their attack is quality and they've got world-class players in attack, but I just think the fundamentals are there for us to say we are the best team in the league. We got to go and grab that title. So yeah, but I get it. Like,
all right, hear me out. Yeah, Carabao
go
Cup.
on,
Yeah. Carabao Cup. No, it's not a major
Carabao.
shift. I hear it. Yeah, we win it though. Just say it. Listen. I'm aware we haven't done that yet. You see me, I get excited. I'm saying it's already. It's halfway already there. But listen, I'm excited. We win that. Are you then still? I'm waiting for like what's I need to know what's your mood there? You see my man lift at Wembley in March 22nd.
Yeah.
We're lifting that. Are you still all right? Well done, Arsenal. Let's now go and win it. Are you still staying calm? Or you kind of starting to get a bit? Oh, I'm gonna give some other rival fans some smoke. And if we still got a bit of a gap as well, say we're 6 points, or you still thinking, nah, they could protect it. There's still a chance these lot could come back. Look at you, look at you, look at you, look at you.
Look, he's trying so much, you know. This is a trap. I'm being set up. Bro, I'm telling you now, I've said this time, I need, you know, Arteta says like more than a 9, guys. I need 9 or 10 points, bro. I need it to be 3 or 4 games.
Oh,
Cecil, it's Pep.
Okay.
It's Pep, you know. This guy scratches his own face. He's a different character. It's like Pinky and the Brain, the cartoon back in the day. You know what I mean? Pinky and the Brain. Like, Pep's never lost a Carabao Cup final, you know, by the way.
Oh, right. That's
never lost a Carabao Cup final, yeah? He's dominated that competition. Like,
so then if I'm saying if we win that, then are you not thinking we have to go on and this is I need to start? Or are you still holding back? You don't.
Listen, do you know what? You go to a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
You're going to the restaurant really for the main course, yeah?
Yeah.
But they bring out some nice bread and you get a little starter, you know. I have a little calamari and some prawns, and you know what I mean? That's the Carabao Cup. Like, I've had my nice little carrot, but then that's the main course. You know what I mean? I'm not giving the restaurants 5-star review yet. I need to see, is that steak proper? And you know what I mean? It's the side. You can win a Carabao Cup, bro. We've seen Man United win a Carabao Cup. And I'm not saying we're Man United. And I've said many times, by the way, that this is probably the year that I want the Carabao Cup more than any other, because I think it will change the mindset of the players. And I think if you're in a title race with Man City, and it's likely to be City in the Carabao Cup final, if we beat them in a cup final, that's another like, you're not getting us this season. It's letting them know, like, you've never lost the Carabao Cup final, but you have this time.
Facts.
Yeah. So, like, we haven't been to Wembley for a long time and won. You know what I mean?
We do. Obviously, not.
I'm not including Community Shields. Don't do it. Relax.
I know you're in a good now. I'm getting clipped. I'm getting hated on. I'm getting because I'm now there. So I know what's coming. Yeah, I get it, and I know what's coming. And I see the fan. Someone said in the comments here, just said, you know, like, Carabao Cup. What do you think of winning Carabao Cup? Curtis ends the stream. Of course, I'm not saying just the Carabao Cup, by the way. I'm saying Carabao Cup, and I expect us to pick up the league as well.
Yeah,
2 trophies is mad. Not obviously teams have done it. It's not crazy, but I just think that's what I believe will probably happen this season. Champions League, I think when it gets to knockout stage, you can't really judge it. However, I'm very excited. When I left San Siro yesterday, I looked back. We finished fan cams. I just looked back at the stadium and thought, Inter Milan are top of their Serie A, and they are fortress at home. We've come with a rotated squad, and I'll be honest, we've embarrassed them. I'll be real. We didn't need to win. We've half-assed beaten them. Yeah. Same with when we went to Bilbao, by the way, unbeaten at the home Bilbao. They were unbeaten. We came there, we won. I actually think it was a bit of a harder game, but we beat them. Atletico Madrid, when they come to our play, like we set so many records. Aston Villa as well, by the way. I think they're on a massive on-form team, whatever, come to our play. We slapped them. Like, I just think this season, I want to just start. I'm starting now. I'm at a stage where you can see I'm gonna start enjoying. I held back. I wasn't getting at rival fans. You see, little Steven, I call him, Big Steve at City. Yeah, Kim Possible, the guy. Kim's a Man City fan. There's other, obviously, the Matisse of the world, Chelsea. I was holding back. I was like, I'm not gonna start the trolling. I'm not getting into it yet because we got to do our job first and all that. Now I'm like, And you're right. And people are right. Some people in the comments said, listen, we might even lose, we could lose to Man United. And that's definitely a possibility. But I'm like, I'm all in. I'm behind this team. Nothing is fair. I'm predicting wins. We're here. Giddiness loading. Yeah, all of this stuff. Man's excited. People are saying Giddiness loading. The next comment underneath that is karma. I'm not there. I'm my side. You could be Curtis. I'm recruiting my side. I'm trying to recruit right now. I got my flyers.
You're trying to sell t-shirts, aren't you?
Mate, people, I'm telling you, these are gonna go off. Wait, what did you say in the group chat? Champions League, mate.
Champions League table this time,
brother. Don't play with me, you know. Right. Anyway, right. Let's get into some serious chat. Let's get into some serious chat because we got to talk. We got to talk us. We got to talk things that happened recently. I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel good. I actually like this. This is what I like to be. This Cecil walking in the street saying, "Yes, it's gonna happen." I did this 2 seasons ago and it didn't, but it feels different this year. Anyway, let's get into some serious chat. Let's talk about Ethan. Ethan Nwaneri. Whew. I feel good, man. I feel like I let off a weight off my chest, off my shoulders. Can't lie.
No, it's a good feeling right now, man. We have to enjoy these moments. I can't lie, as fans, man. We've been through a lot of suffering, and if something great, it does. Listen, the one thing I will say, it feels like something great is about to happen. Like, I can't lie, like that feeling is there. I'm looking at this team going, something's different this year. It just feels different, you know, but I want to see it happen. You know, that's where I'm at.
That's where it is. I think people, don't worry, people, I'm not actually making the shirts, but
he might.
But, yeah. The thing here it is. It's just before we finish as well. Like, if we lose certain things from this point onwards or whatever, I look at the team. We'll get. We're on camera daily. I'm on camera daily talking Arsenal and putting my opinions across. More time, it's other people's opinions. I'm obviously a presenter, but like I'm now going. I'm believing full hog, yeah. So I understand if we bottle it and it all goes tits up, we'll get pelters. But I get that. I had that in 2022, 23. I understand it. But I'm more looking at the team and saying, you man let me down again. And if I get pelters, I deserve them. So, but I'll be giving it to the team. I might turn into what you see certain man online when they're just vexed because it's like, nah, I don't want to be that, but that's not my nature. But if they let me down again. But I actually might just come off this whole thing, I'll be honest, because it's not worth the energy. Claude Gift says, we're gonna win everything this time, folks. Trust me. See, my recruitment. This what I come on the show and I'm recruiting. Big up Claude Gift, yeah? You're welcome. I'm gonna be with you. I'm with you there. Mr. Moda Holmes says, question for both of you. Carabao Cup final against Man City at Wembley on March 22nd. A chance to win a trophy this year. Havertz, Jesus, Gyökeres, 100% fit. Who starts for you? All right, we're going to do striker. Listen, we are ex-strikers. We're going to do real striker talk. We're going to delve into this massively. Trust me. We've got a good show. The time's flying. I didn't realize. We spent a long time.
Your giddiness did about 20 minutes of the show. We got guests coming on in 10 minutes.
And I've just been like, I'm recruiting. Anyway, we'll get to that. But we'll get to the guests. Thank you, everyone that's obviously joined us. Please like the video while we're here. Hype the video as well. Give the hype that I've given to the start of this video. I'm happy right now. All right, let's talk. We've got guests in the wings, but we're going to talk, like I said, Ethan Nwaneri quickly. Me and you, massive advocates for Ethan Nwaneri, yeah? I didn't mention this when I was in Milan with Robbie and Lee and that, when we did the video, but obviously I was speaking to, I'm not going to mention a player in case he gets in trouble, but I was speaking to an academy player, a prominent academy player at Arsenal who's played for the first team. And we was talking about Ethan Nwaneri, and he was saying, look, he's quality. And the question got brought up, should he look to leave or should he stay? The Arsenal Academy player, he said he didn't really know either. He says he deserves to be playing. And I agree. I've had this thing where last season, you can't tell me he's not good enough because last season we relied on him. Him, Mikel Merino, the other players were relying on 17 years old Ethan Nwaneri quality, yeah? Looking around the room, we always joke about, man are looking at in players' faces that have won big things saying, brother, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm here holding you man up. So I feel like he's got the quality, and him going on loan, maybe not the worst thing because of where it is. I said I didn't want a Premier League loan. We got a loan fee, 4 million euros. There's a lot of good things to it, but I just felt like he deserves to be part of this potential title-winning team. Yeah. I want to get your thoughts, Curtis. I want you to delve into it deeper. I don't know where you stand. Robbie was really on me and saying, let him go. It's good for his development. Look at Saliba back in the day, 3 loan spells, came back and being who he was, but ended up being French Young Player of the Year at that stage at Marseille, funny enough, his last loan. I need Ethan to hit those heights as well, but I also think he could have played. I think there was moments in the team he could have got minutes, and he didn't. I think he deserved it. And I'll ask one big question to Robbie. Is Noni better than Ethan Nwaneri? That's to you guys. Just think about it. I know it's not that position. I know he wants to play in midfield. There's Eze, there's Odegaard. That's okay, cool. I think he still could have got minutes at that position, but he also could have played right wing as well, in my opinion. Curtis, give me your thoughts. Ethan Nwaneri to Marseille. He can't be playing tonight. He's over there. He probably won't be playing tonight. It's too soon, but he'll be over there. They're playing Liverpool. We'll be finished and live early so we can watch that game as well. He's back with us. Talk to me.
Yeah, I think with me, like, my initial feeling was disappointment. I'll be honest. I think the season's been disappointing for him because, like you said, last season at 17 years of age, he proved how good he is. And then I'm hearing people go, "Oh, but he's only 18." But no, he's. I don't care how old he is. To me, he's proved he's good enough to play a part in this squad. But we do have to deal with facts and reality. And the reality is, at the moment, he's not getting game time. He's got Saka and Noni ahead of him on the right. He's got Odegaard and Eze ahead of him in the 10. And it's a brilliant loan move. I think Marseille is a great club to go to. Good coach. Aubameyang will probably little bro him over there, take him under his wing. Deserve is a good.
Do you think Arteta's looked at it and thought, obviously they fell out. Like, now he's...
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
It's a bit mad over there as well, you know. They've had to, you know, they got some... You know what I'm saying already, but yeah. There's some rebels in that changing room, so I'm sure he would have looked at all that. But yeah, listen, for me, I think he should have got more game time this season. And a little part of me, like you said, is disappointed because if we win the league, he's not a part of it. Do you know what I mean? You think he could have been there, but I just think it's got to the point with him where he's being left out the squad. He's not getting game time. So we've got to then deal with reality that he's got to go out on loan. It's going to be more beneficial for him to go and get 20 games for Marseille than get 3 games for Arsenal. So I would have liked him to have played more, but we are where we are. I've always said if Havertz doesn't get injured, I don't think we sign Eze, and I think he is the backup player to Odegaard. He would have played a lot more. So I think the moment Eze came in, my one question is this. I asked this multiple times on my show.
Go on.
People talk about Saliba coming back. Saliba had a clear pathway back into the first team because our centre-backs at the time were not great. So there was always a route back into the team for him. My question to you and everybody is, what changes in 6 months' time for Ethan Nwaneri? He comes back, he's played well at Marseille. Odegaard's still here, Eze's still here, Saka's still here, Noni's still here. What changes? That's what I don't really know with him.
Well, Arteta might say, it's annoying. He might send him on another loan. He might do the William Saliba treatment. He might say, which would, by the way, annoy me. Well, it actually annoy me. It's the same with, like, I actually remember when Saliba was going on his second loan, third loan, and fans were like, just bring him back. Like, we know he's quality. Granted, I think that final loan really cemented him as a quality top player. But, like, you're right. There's not... What does change? There's not a clear pathway. Some would say that Odegaard might be a player that moves on. However, it's a tough one because Arteta loves him. He's a captain. Will be his first move on. Eze, will he be a player? I think Eze is a player that actually is an Arsenal player and will probably want to stay for as long as he can. But when I speak, that question you just said, I think a lot of people I've spoken to would say, but they will move on and Ethan will come in. That might not happen, though. There's also that side of, well, what happens if that doesn't happen? For me, that's why these questions are very good because I said the thing about Noni. Can he play on the right wing? I think Ethan's fine on the right wing. It depends on if the player wants to play there, but I think he has the quality to be a Saka cover. He can play in the 10 as well. Nowadays, most players are versatile. They don't play just one position. So that's that. I just think it's disappointing that I'm an advocate for young players, and I think he was a supreme. I still think he's a supreme talent. I think he should have got more minutes and could still be playing in this Arsenal side. That's how I feel. It'd be the same if I saw Miles Lewis-Skelly go on loan. Even though there's times where fans are like, he's not good enough, or he's having a bad patch. Oh, I don't know about Miles Lewis-Skelly. Played really well at Inter. He's a clear player of quality. But he could go on loan same way that Ethan has. Same with too young right now, but Max Dalman. That might be a time where he said, I want to see him in Arsenal. I want to see him in Arsenal shirt. I think And Robbie kept saying, "Oh, but you don't see teenagers playing first, and apart from like Lamine Yamal and that, and obviously Fabregas back in the day." But I'm saying nowadays it's younger. Like you see
Plenty of young players, man.
loads.
And you know my concern again. PTSD always Arsenal, but if he goes there and does really well, and Marseille go, oh, hang on a minute, we need to keep him. Let's just say Marseille put a big offer on the table, and Arsenal going, well, we got Odegaard and Eze. You know, you just wonder, pure profit. You see a lot of these young players. Look at Newcastle. Newcastle sold Elliot Anderson to Forest for 30 million. He's now starting for England.
Yeah.
And people are saying Forest might get 80 million plus for him because these clubs have to balance the book. So I asked a question today on my stream. I said, when you look at how we played last night against Inter, do we play at a quicker tempo when Odegaard is not in the team? Because the Bayern Munich victory, he didn't play. Atletico Madrid, Tottenham, Leeds when we won 5-0, biggest win of the season. He came off after 20 minutes injured. Forest when we won 3-0, he came off injured in that game. We ended up with I think we had Noni, Eze, and Ethan on the pitch that game, and we were cooking.
Yeah.
So, it might end up that he needs to go on loan again because I think Odegaard's 27 and Eze's 28. So he might have to almost wait for one of those two to sort of move on before he comes back. But just got to hope. Just got to hope he does well. But yeah, it is.
That's a great point. That's a great point, by the way, about that midfield. Because Liam over in Milan, big up Liam, is an Arsenal fan. He was saying about that. He's he got pelters for saying that Portsmouth game, I want to see the same 11. That means Noni started, not Saka and that, because it was more fluid. He said about this in Inter Milan. He said the same thing. Inter Milan, he was like, this might be the right one. I know Saka started in this game. He said this might be the formula that works because we're more fluid. Again, like you said, Odegaard didn't start. I was just thinking about the West Ham game because that's when we saw the midfield I've been dying to see: Declan Rice, Eze, and Odegaard. Obviously, Odegaard come off injured after 10 minutes, but then we ended up winning 2-0. It was quite a comfortable win as well. So it's maybe. Listen, I like Odegaard, but he's also not been the Odegaard of that we know he can be. And we might be fluid in a different way with different players on the pitch. I believe we're a little bit more open though. If I'm honest, Declan Rice didn't start against Inter Milan. That midfield was a bit open at times, but we saw fluid football. I saw Eze pass the ball to the striker's feet down the centre. I've been screaming for this. Pick up in the midfield, find a striker's feet, bounce pass, and then see if you can go directly through the middle. He did that. I said, I haven't seen that all. I said, this is what the striker will be dreaming of. Gyökeres probably on the bench pissed off about that. He's been waiting for that. And Jesus gets it, but it was fantastic. And we'll have a conversation about strikers. We've got the guest coming. Guest, I can see you lot in the wings. Just hold fire for a little bit. We've got to do striker talk. We got too carried away, but I'm going back to that Cecil when I bring them in because I'm recruiting, like I keep saying. I'm going to read these super chats, then we're going to just do striker talk, Curtis, and then we'll bring in guests. Here we go. Sear9860 says City win and we lose the next game. City beat us at their ground. 1 point race. It's January. Can't argue with the facts. The facts is we crumble when pressure is on.
You're devastated reading that. I can see your face just. You're tearing the joy from him.
Defeat us, just I'm not. I was there. I was saying we can. Yeah, let's just wait and see. But come on, it feels defeatist, man. We're 7 points right now. Rubber Wheels TTV. So it says Arsenal win Champions League as invincibles. In my opinion, that'd be mad. By the way, that'd be mad.
Yeah.
He comes back with super chat. Rubber Wheels TTV says Champions League as invincibles. Yes or no? I mean, we'll see it. We'll see it. No, I don't think we'll win the Champions League. I don't think we'll win the Champions League. I think we'll win the league and the League Cup. All right, let's go quickly. Striker talk. I spoke about the pass into the striker. Yeah. Jesus, for me, I got slated in by one guy in the comments saying, Cecil, this guy who says he's a striker doesn't know what he's talking about. He's talking about Jesus. He's been terrible. Why is he opted for Jesus? Jesus comes on, scores 2 goals, has an amazing game. I said, boy, I must know a little bit about something. Maybe it's a black shot in the dark, but I know what I see with Jesus. Listen, our strikers, if I'm being completely honest, all 4 of them haven't been, I say 4, Mikel Marina's in as well, haven't been what I expected. Gyökeres is obviously the main one. He came in to be the main man. Hasn't gone that way. Yeah. Some fans are still believing in him. Some fans are giving up on him. Some fans say he's an impact player now. That's his story. Some fans are still waiting for Havertz to come in and be the guy. There's a lot to unpack when it comes to the striker situation. Curtis, the first question: who starts Sunday for you? Up front. Oh, you're a big fan of Yokeres, aren't you? Oh, you're under pressure. Here we go.
I'm
Come
not
on.
under pressure. I'm not
You're
under
not?
pressure, by the way.
Why? Because of the goal he scored? What? Talk to me.
No, because for me, number 14, Victor Yokeres.
You're still
He
there.
stopped. He
You're
still stopped.
Yep.
I told you, I've invested in the stocks. You
have
don't
massive-
sell when it drops. You got to wait. Now, listen, I get it. A lot of people will say Jesus, by the way, was fantastic last night. Like, that was a brilliant performance.
Quality.
But I've seen Jesus. It's tried and tested. It hasn't quite worked.
Have you not seen Yokeres?
No, but the difference, bro, is Jesus was at Man City for like 3 seasons, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And he's been at Arsenal for like 3 seasons. And we know Jesus is a purple patch player. Comes in, he balls out, call me, celebration. Oh, listen, as a footballer, he's brilliant, by the way. But he's very in and out of games, in and out of goals. You know, if he could play like that last night, he'd be one of the best strikers in Europe. But he doesn't. And that's the reality of the situation. Yokeres has been in this country for 6 months. He's been in the country for 6 months. I saw the stat that AFTV put up. He's got 1 less goal than Ekitike. And most people have said Ekitike is the best striker signing of the summer.
Yeah, we should have got him.
He scored a really good goal last night. He looked like there was a real sort of weight off his shoulders when he scored that goal. He had the celebration with Saka
straight away as well.
Straight away.
He didn't have to wait for he went, I'm here.
I'm ready for it. Man United, right? They might play Sesko. Probably not because Mbuemo played up front against City. But the whole Sesko Yokeres thing, I think we've signed him. You can't just give up on him straight away. I actually don't mind who starts, by the way. This isn't one of them where I'm like, you've got to start Yokeres. Like, if Jesus starts, I understand it. Like, he's just played really well. Yokeres came off the bench, made an impact. Jesus has scored against United in the past. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I'm not going to be crashing out if it's none of whichever one. For me, you've signed Yokeres. You've said that this guy is your guy. You've paid 65 mil for him. He's just scored a great goal, shown some hunger. I would persevere with him if we can get the ball to him quickly. You saw with that goal last night, stop faffing around and get the ball to him. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So
okay.
I get it. But not Havertz, by the way, not Havertz. We got a game midweek that we should win quite comfortably in the Champions League. You can use rotation then. Plus, can Jesus play 2 full games or most of the games within the space of 4 days? I'm not sure. Maybe he can, maybe he can't. But I would go with Yokeres personally.
Let me do this. The guests are going to join now, yeah? I'm going to do this as well. I'm going to ask you this question. Laurie Lyle got pelters on DR Roundup for saying we should be looking in the window potentially for another striker this January window. Where people coming in, the guests coming in, and yourself, were they right to the rival fans right to be in uproar because, or were they, or is there a point? Is there a point to that? You see City going away and spending a load of money getting Semenyo, Mark Gay. For me, I don't think we should be looking to go into windows to get another. There's not really a striker in the window that makes sense anyway, in my opinion. But well, actually, they sent Alvarez. But do you think that's a fair thing to say, or do you say, you know what, Arsenal, the players you have, that is, you should be able to do. You should be able to do what you're doing with the players we got. Right, Curtis, just quickly, should we go in the window in January and get another striker, or should we persevere with what we have? Because right now we are still winning games.
Well, just quickly, it's not realistic, right? The kind of striker we want in January, we're not getting. We want Alvarez or someone like that. I actually said this to Laurie the other day as well, by the way. There's a story that Ivan Toney is going to finish the season and then willing to go on loan to try and get in the World Cup squad because the Saudi League's nearly finished. I would take Ivan Toney on loan for 6 months, by the way, but I don't think we're signing anyone in this window. So I think we've got to work with what we've got and, you know, try and make it work. But big up to the guys. We're in a good mood.
Here we go.
Cecil's recruiting. He's trying to clip you up for AFTV Extra. So he wants you guys to say that we're going to win the league. You know,
you're first on my hit list. I already know you're probably with me. Potts, you see, all right, Dan, we're going to start with you.
Come on, bro. What you got?
Come on, Daniel. Come on.
Daniel, listen to me.
What you got for me, man? What you got for me?
I remember we were on a stream. You said if we beat Chelsea, I know we didn't. This is it. The season's done. Yeah, we're gonna win the league. If we beat Chelsea, we didn't. I hear you. You said you almost were there again. I think it was Forest or not too long ago. We dropped points. We got a draw. Potsy, I'm putting a hand out for you here, my friend. This is for you. Come and join me. This is the year it happens. We are unbelievable. Come and join the crew. So let's start enjoying. We haven't won anything yet, but let's just start enjoying from now. Are you with me?
I mean, look, I'm not going to start getting T-shirts printed like you said. I'm starting to believe.
Get the T-shirts. The T-shirts aren't here. They're not happening yet.
Potentially, this is the year, man. Because look, you can't go 7 points clear and not get across the line, right? Exactly. I said that we would win the league if we beat Chelsea because we would be going 7 points clear, and I don't think that you could actually get, bottle it, so to speak, as everyone keeps saying from there. I also said if we beat Liverpool, we'll go win the league with 8 points. And I definitely said we'll beat Forest with 9 points, but we weren't able to do that, right? We keep drawing and dropping. So I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm just going to leave it so that I don't have to then keep jinxing it, because that's 3 times now that I've jinxed it. So I'm not going to say it, Cecil, as much as you want me to. I would.
But are you with me? Are you fit? Are you fit? Are you with me? Are you feeling it? You have to. No, one more time. Are you with me? Do you feel
get old, bro?
Do you feel it? You don't have to admit it. You don't want to jinx it, but are you? Come on. You must be looking.
Yeah, let me put it this way. I'm quietly confident Arsenal will win the league this season. And I'll tell you as to why, right? Let me just explain why. Being serious. I think this is a different Arsenal because when we get injuries, we've proven we can deal with it.
You listening, Curtis?
One thing for sure. And I've been out, so I haven't been watching what you guys said. I don't know where C is yet. I don't know if Curtis is with you or
I was going mad at the beginning.
Trying to recruit me, Dan.
He's trying to recruit you, brother. All right, say all right, calm. Let me say why I'm quietly confident. Not just because we're doing well and we're 7 points and we're looking good and we've had injuries and we've covered it so far. This Manchester City side, okay, is not good enough to win the Premier League. If this wins the league ahead of Arsenal, I don't want to be Mikel Arteta or some of the Arsenal players because it's going to be hell. You thought it was bad the other year. This year is going to be even worse. Times it by 10, right? Yeah. Times it by 10. Because this... When you got a great white shark chasing you, who genuinely were a great white shark that won trebles, you can be quite worried. When the reef sharks eats you up, there's problems, bruv. Yeah, and that's what Manchester City are. I don't know if you saw them against Bodo Glimt. It's an embarrassment, if I'm honest. They are not a very good side at the moment. Now, they could turn it on. It could go wrong for me saying it. I could get egg on my face. But if we do not win this league, I would not want to be Mikel Arteta. That's all I'm saying. So it has to happen. We must.
That ended. I like. Hey, Curtis. He's put a good case there. That's a nice. He's with me.
Not bad. Not bad.
He's with me. He's with me because he's thrown it. He's thrown it to the man. And listen, you know me. I like Mikel, but he's thrown it to the man. He said, if we lose it from this point, I wouldn't want to be Mikel Arteta. I wouldn't. Marty. Listen. I'll be very disappointed if you're not dancing with me come this weekend, or even like if you're not feeling the Emirati energy that you love to spew out. You, after Inter Milan game, you must look and think, no, we are the business. It's happening. Is it happening?
Cecil, thank you very much for having me on. Great to see you guys. Right. Yes. Let's have it right, Cecil. In August, I was the one spewing this. And I got called deluded and this and that. And I went early, right? And I did. Why? Because I believe in this squad. I believe in this team. And what I'm seeing from this team last night, against Inter Milan, even when it went 1-1, I was never in doubt that the job was going to get done. The only time that I was in doubt when the job was going to get done was before the game, through listening to a variety of narratives that come across, which I understand. Going away to the San Siro, after the Nottingham Forest game, which was disappointing because we had the opportunity to go 9 points clear. But the reality of that situation is we went 1 point. We gained 1 point on Villa and on City. I'm not too bothered about Villa. Why? I just don't think they've got the legs in this, in this game to move forward. It's as simple as that. Emery's very good at a club like Villa, but when it comes to managing a top side, when you watch Manchester City last night, Rodri was moving around that pitch like he was still on crutches. He was slow. He wasn't the Rodri, that Ballon d'Or winner. See, Dan, you know what I'm talking about, mate.
Yeah, we got to be careful. The clip backlog right now for people.
Clip it up. Let's be honest. If you watch that game, I watched that whole game last night, right? And Rodri was not Rodri, like the Rodri we all know and love. Okay, he was slow, he was out of sorts, and then to go and pick up 2 bookings within the space of a minute and get sent off is just. But I don't think this Manchester. Listen, they signed Semenyo, they've signed Gay. Do they? Listen, we'll find out come what may. But I do generally think also that when we go to the Etihad, that could potentially be the game that wraps it up. We've just got to win 12 games in this Premier League to wrap this title up. That's what we've got to do. We've just got to go and do the business. Sunday, we've got United. We've got to go and do it. Then we've got Leeds. We've got Leeds. We've got Sunderland. We've got some interesting fixtures. Away at Ellen Road is not probably the easiest place to go, as other teams have found out. Do I believe that side he put out last night against Inter Milan? You kind of think, and we've got nothing to play for, and Inter Milan have got everything to play for. They needed those points last night, and we blew them away. And then for Gyökeres to come on, listen, albeit a tired, stretched defence, to bang that goal in, that was phenomenal. That was a great night of football. And, again, you look at the weekend, Man City drop points, Villa drop points. I think the Carabao Cup, who do I want to face in the final of the Carabao Cup? Man City. This Man City that's getting turned over by United last week, and then Bodo Glimt. They got turned that game as well. That should have been 4 or 5. Like Bodo Glimt had the opportunities. Man City were wide open. They were not. It was a bit of a shock, if I'm honest with you, to watch them play in that way and to concede those goals. They were even how Donnarumma conceded that header from the back post, jumps in the air. So yeah, Cecil, to your answer to your question, I mean, I went early in August and I kind of, listen, I've been watching football for 40 years and, definitely since the inception of the Premier League in 92. And I've seen these Arsenal teams. You're not going to win every game, but we don't get battered by teams. We are astute. We play well. Last night, listen, we've beaten all the big teams in Europe. If don't get me wrong, we've got to do the business. We've got to go on every game now. This is where the season starts. The season really starts against Manchester United on Sunday. Getting that win ticked off the board. Then obviously we've got the semi-final against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. We generally do really well at home. Full stop. We're a goal to the good. We're 3-2 up in that game. You'd like to see us come through that. We've also got another dead rubber now, complete and utter dead rubber against Kairat.
I actually wanted to win that. I wanted to win that. I wanted to go get 8 wins.
You could probably put the under 18s out in that. Yeah, you don't need to put any sort of side out. That game means absolutely nothing. So
he'll still go strong.
Yeah, no, he probably will. He'll probably go and smash them. And that's the thing. So what Mikel Arteta has done this season is afforded us to be in these situations. We've gone last night to the San Siro, no pressure, and we've done the business. Last season, we lost there. And they're a very, very good team. They don't concede goals like that. They certainly don't concede 3 goals at home in that competition. And I'll tell you what, the Champions League is open football. There's no, when they attack and attack breaks down, it's sort of a bit more end to end. That football really suits us. So you've definitely, I said it at the start of the season and I still stick by what I say. We're winning something this year. Simple.
Curtis, I'm on you for the foreseeable. I can have egg on my face and I'll take it. But every week we're live every week. The recruitment paper is gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. Marty said quickly, Dan, actually, who starts on Sunday up front for you?
Gabriel Jesus for me.
My man.
And I've said that for a while, to be honest, because I've kind of said enough of the Gyökeres thing. I thought it was good last night to see him come on and score, but I've not seen enough from him in games, if I'm honest. I saw him try and run against Forest, and it was rather painfully cringeworthy, if I'm honest, going through 1-on-1. So I think it's time to look at Jesus. I think we look more free-flowing and free attack style. I think last night was good. I don't want to say I've completely tapped out of Gyökeres, but I'm really struggling. This was someone who really wanted him as well, by the way.
What, even
really
after last night, Dan?
Yeah, I've not tapped out, but I need to see him doing that. That's what I want to be seeing from Gyökeres.
You saw it
kind of week in, week out. So now that he scored a goal that isn't a tap-in, I need to see more of that before I go, there we go, he's back, 30 goals on incoming. I need to see more consistency first. Look, I've tried my best to try and say that he's scoring goals and he's only got one less than Ekatike, everyone wants, and all this kind of stuff. But really and truly, when you look at it, I think sometimes you just got to use your eyes. If I'm honest, it don't quite look right in my opinion still. So I'm not saying he's never going to be a great striker for Arsenal, but for me right now, I'd be playing Gabriel Jesus because I think that he's bringing in a lot more to the game. Now, there's some interesting stats saying that when we start Gyökeres and when he does play, we do actually win more games. So maybe there's something within that. But it makes me laugh when Arsenal fans try to say, see, that's what we bought him for. No, we didn't. We did not buy this guy to stand up there and not do anything and try and win games with him. We bought him to score goals and be a killer, and he's not become a killer. He might, hopefully, will be. Hopefully, he'll 30, 40 goals.
I just think, but do you know what it is? It's such a big game this weekend. I just think you've got to almost show that faith in him. Like, listen, this is what we bought you for. I think it's almost easy to go, Jesus came in and played well, so we'll play him. And I understand the thought behind it because he had a really good game and he's been good against Man United in the past. But I think we've got to, a lot of people are saying, like, I'm not giving up on Gyökeres, but we're kind of going, just push him out the way for a little bit. And I don't think that's going to help him. I think we've got to kind of go, do you know what? I know it's not great at the moment, and it's not. The eye test doesn't lie. It's not great.
Yeah.
But I think we've just got to show that bit of faith that, listen, this is what we bought you for. And like Marty just said there, the season really does start now. I think now it's like, okay, you've put all that great work in. Now it's crunch time. You know, Carabao Cup semi-final. These league games have got a bit more riding on them now. And I think this is where we'll forget how we started the season if he finishes the season well. And that's what I think we've bought him for. And I think you've just
I agree. Just quickly though, Curtis, I am with you in terms of we'll forget how it went. Look, I don't care if he doesn't score another goal if Arsenal win the league. I'm not going to. No, I can't celebrate now because Gyökeres played. Didn't get that 20 goals he wanted. No, man, our streets aren't ready if we win this league, right? I don't care how many goals he gets. But what I will say is, I think whenever people say to me, what should 11 be? We all know the keeper, we know the back four, we know the midfield. I get to the striker and I just get a dice and I just go, oh, it's landed on Marino. Let's play him today. Because I really don't care at the moment. None of them are taking the ball by the horns. You've got Jesus getting a couple of goals. Gyökeres is coming now. Maybe it's a bit of a selection headache for Arteta, but there's not one clear. Like, we all know Declan Rice plays if he's fit. We all know Timber is the best right back if he's fit. We know Gabriel and Saliba are there. There really isn't someone going, let's get this guy up top because it has to be him. So I think right now there's an argument to say our system looks great with Marino. There's an argument to say we look better and more free-flowing when Jesus is there. There's an argument, and it's not coming from me, but it's from some of the fan base, that Havertz is needed back into the side in that 9 position. And there's also an argument to say, well, Gyökeres, we win more games when we play, so let's play him. But really and truly, there's all 4 of them there, and none of them are like, well, he's rubbish, it's him. I think all of them are about the same level. Maybe is that harsh? I don't know. They're all okay. They're all okay. We're probably going to need another striker again. We probably are going to need another striker again.
What you saying that because like I said, Laurie got pelters for that in January, or you saying
it won't be January because of you've got to be realistic about who's available. And I don't care who it is. People can throw names at me if they want. Lautaro Martinez, Julian Alvarez. No, he's rubbish. He's no good. Whatever it be, you've got to go and find one. You've got to go and find a striker that is an upgrade.
Dan, do you know what? I really get your point, and I really hear it. And not to necessarily disagree with you, but the question I'd ask you is, what more do you want from Arsenal at this point?
So I think that's a different question, to be honest. Because like for me, I don't think you can ask for much more. You can be frustrated like I was and say we should be wrap this title up by now. Because you shouldn't be drawing to Forest, Liverpool, and Chelsea with 10 men. Fair. I mean, I don't mind if you're drawing to Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, or if you're not losing to PSG at home or whatever. But I've seen Leeds and teams smash these clubs like Liverpool and Forest have struggled all season against play. We should not be drawing to them, right? So I think that's probably the only thing I can say I'm frustrated about. We're 7 points clear. We've been unbelievably good in the Champions League. We've got 1 foot in the final of the Carabao Cup, and we're still in the FA Cup. Now, it's too early at the moment to say what we'd win. If you wanted to say, what do I think we'll win? I think we've got more chance of the league and the League Cup than I think we have in the FA Cup and Champions League, because it's a little bit too early at the moment to predict those two competitions. But I think we're in a really good position. So I think the question of who would I like to be up front and what more do I want in Arsenal, I think they're two different questions, if I'm honest, because I think I don't really need to see much more from Arsenal other than do that in May or in March if it's the League Cup. And in terms of who plays up front, I really am kind of roll the dice and see who it lands on, because I think all of them are okay. I don't think any of them are world-class strikers, if I'm honest.
Marty, you said, or read Super Jack in a second. Obviously, I'm trying to be aware that we're conscious of time. Apologies, people. You said 12 wins. That's 36 points, right? That puts us on 86 points. You think that's enough? Just for context. Okay, because just for context, last season, and you might be right, last season, Liverpool won the league with 84 points. So you're saying 12 wins, 86.
We've seen, and that's not accounting for the game against City as well.
Oh, bloody
so mathematically, that's what does it. Then it obviously, if we go and beat City at City, and they're the closest contenders to us, then that changes as well. When you put it into that perspective, it makes it seem how real it is. Don't get me wrong, we've got to go and win those games. It's no good saying, oh, we've got 12 games to win and then only, not winning them. But on the form that we've been in, I think we've drawn 4 games and lost 2.
Drawn 5.
2 and 5. 2 and 5 all season. 5, and in the Champions League, not being funny, that's a pretty good record, like 7 clean sweeps. And last night as well, you really can't, going away. I didn't, if I'm honest with you, I thought that game would be tighter. I really did. And listen, like I said, for me as an Arsenal fan, the business end of this season starts a lot sooner than it has in other seasons. When people talk about business ends, and the reason, and I'll explain that, the reason why is obviously we've got the semi-final with Chelsea coming up. That's business. Right, that is leading to a final. That is straight up business. This is a competition that we haven't been in that position of that soon. The Champions League, the knockout stages of the Champions League start after the Kairat game, essentially. Okay, and this Premier League, the reason why it's in the business end of the season is because it's ours to lose. We are the front runners with 7 points clear, and if we win all our games, there is nothing anyone can do. So it's business, all of it. That's why this starts a lot earlier than it has in previous years. Like in the previous years, it might have been the last 10 games or the last 5 games or whatever. But this season, I genuinely believe it's literally now.
Okay, right, quickly. Marty, I really like that speech. He said it's business. And guess what I'm doing? I'm recruiting. I'm recruiting.
I know you are.
We're going to end with this super chat. I want to end with saying, people, I don't know which side you're on. I can be shameless. I can be the wrong fan and jinx stuff, whatever. You might not be on my side. I'm very much so believing. I think we're going to do amazing things this season. The energy's up. And like Curtis said, he's happy to see this energy, because I think there'll be a large portion of fans that will be like this. There'll be some that are saying PTSD, we've been here before. Things can still be thrown away. I've enjoyed this stream. I feel like this is the energy you're going to see regularly anyway now, and I just hope it doesn't blow up in my face. Me and Curtis, I can't AI it right now. We're going to be dancing with Dan Potts and Marty. I feel like Dan Potts is he's recruit. I'll be honest, he's on my side. He's not openly say it, but he's on my side. I see it. Marty, he was there from August, so it's all good. The business is good. We're in the business end. Rubber Wheels TTV says, why not Ollie Watkins wants out and a Gooner? I don't know if that ship has sailed now. I know his agents wanted too much money, or Arsenal wouldn't pay the money that they wanted, basically. He's a quality player, by the way, and we should have got him last January, but I don't know if that ship might have sailed already. Boys, it's 8 p.m. Liverpool.
Just quickly, Cecil. There is nothing better than I would love at the end of the season to be running around the Emirates with you, Dan, you, Cecil, and you, Curtis, celebrating
hand in hand, skipping
silverware, running around, giving it beans to everyone.
And that's, trust me, we're gonna be doing that. I might be going a little bit early, but so what? I like to enjoy the journeys. People, thank you for joining us. Before I leave, on the app, the AFTV app, who is your man of the match for the Inter Milan game? Go over to the app, the AFTV app right now. Please go and vote. Please go and vote. Smash a like on this video. Hit hype. Thank you to Dan Potts. Apologies to you and Marty for overrunning a little bit, but thank you for joining me.
No worries.
I feel like we're recruiting well. Curtis, I love you as always. Don't worry, brother. I know you're feeling it. You're in good spirits. You're just holding back, but it's fine. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Thank you very much, everyone. I love you all. Good night.